got a lot of stuff going on in this video. This right here, a lot of you guys have been waiting to see. Don't think it's going to be in this video because I have so much footage. This is going to be a dedicated video, but here, right here is proof that I am working on the E63. She's under the knife, trying to figure out what's wrong. We'll have an update on that soon. This video is going to be about, I don't know, a lot of other stuff. We're just going to see where it goes. Today is Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve. Looking forward to stuffing my face tomorrow, surrounded by family and friends. Hopefully you guys are looking to do the same. That being said, it is now late November, and that means it's almost time for the Lightning to go into winter storage. Every year is a little bit different with the cars that I have room for in the 4-car garage, the tight 4-car garage that I have here at the house. And the Lightning is, at least last year, went up to the lake for storage, and I think I'm going to do the same thing this year, except it will be at the in-laws' house, along with the jet boat, which has been shrink wrapped and is winterized and ready to sit for 4 or 5 months. I don't even know if I've done a single video on this truck. Oh wait, no, we did the full paint correction, which was a whole debacle in and of itself, and we changed up the exhaust a little bit. But most of the build of this truck was last summer, building it out how I wanted. But it's a 75,000 mile Florida truck, basically mint now, so I'm gonna put it away for the winter so that it stays mint for many years to come. So I guess I'm gonna give it a good detail inside and out, make sure it's ready to go up north and get it put away safely before the roads get all salty. So let's get going on that. Oh boy. Piece of cake. Not been under here at all this year, which is a good thing. This thing has been very reliable. Still looks pretty darn good. I used to be one of those guys that would change their oil and stuff before winter storage. But now I've kind of shifted to the, start the season with a fresh oil change. I don't think it hurts to have old-ish oil just sitting there. The oil is low though on this, so I'll add a little bit to get us where we need to go. Other than that, everything looks good under here. I think we will give this a quick wipe down, throw the battery on the charger to make sure it's fully charged before we unhook it for the winter. Then we'll do the outside and vacuum the inside, the whole thing. Make sure this thing is real nice, Clark, before she goes wet. All right, let's do it. All right, Lightning is all cleaned up with Maggie behind the wheel. Got the boat in tow. Got one baby, one dog. Let's hit the road. All right, we made it to the resting place for this thing for the next few months. Winter hibernation. We are up at the in-laws garage. Same spot we did the front end work on the Audi this past August. So got some extra space up here for me. I'm gonna tuck this thing somewhere over in a corner over here, hopefully out of the way. Disconnect the battery and we'll see this thing in April, probably. Did get a cover for this thing. It's supposed to be like one of those stretch fit indoor ones. We'll see how it fits. I think Covercraft made a cover or makes a cover specifically for the Lightning, you know, the second gen Lightning here, but it's literally $700. And I just wanted something to keep the dust off. It's already in a garage. So I just got a cheap one that was like 100 or something, 120, I don't know. So we'll see how it fits. Also, wanted to show you guys something. You guys know how I am about this stuff. Boom! This truck did not come with the original owner's manual when I bought it. Another Facebook Marketplace score. Original Lightning owner's manual. And this is the only thing that differentiates the F-150 owner's manual from a Lightning is this owner's supplement. 25 bucks for this whole thing. This usually goes on eBay for like 200. So got a great deal on Marketplace. You guys know how I geek out about this stuff. All the original F-150 stuff is in there in the SVT neoprene case. So add this to the glove box and we're good to go. All right, let's get this thing tucked away, covered up, battery disconnected, say goodnight to it. And then we got to go home and take care of some unfortunate business. We alluded to it in the last video, but we got to go do it. Lightning away, I guess. Got a dang blizzard going on out there. Day after Thanksgiving. Late fall and early spring in New England are such a crapshoot. It can be 75 and sunny, or it can be 15 degrees and an absolute blizzard. There's usually no in between. Today's one of those days. Hopefully this clears up before we gotta do something with this car. I don't know if I showed this on the channel. I think I did a little Instagram reel on it when this showed up, but with the purchase of my 2024 Z06 GM, I think, gave almost every owner of the 23s and 24s. Let me know if you guys have a 25 or 26 if they're still doing this. But this like customized kit that basically has the car on a little plaque in your color, so Riptide Blue Metallic with the VIN. Comes in this really cool Corvette box, which has the color on the inside as well. And then there's some paperwork here, a little letter from the Corvette executive and vice president, basically to me, with the VIN on there as well. And then there's this, you know, cool booklet that basically talks about the C8 Z06 and its development and all that stuff, again, with the VIN on it. So pretty cool little package that kind of adds to the supercar-esque feeling of purchasing a C8 Z06. And, you know, of course, there's guys that are like, that's not a supercar, it's just a Corvette, which, you know, you're right. It is, at the end of the day, a mass-produced vehicle, but it is supercar level performance. You know, like I've said many times, this thing punches way out of its league as far as performance. Chevy just knocked this thing out of the park. But unfortunately, as I talked about in the last video, breaks my heart to say this because I built this just the way I wanted and I waited 3 years for it, but I am selling my C8 Z06. Wire came in yesterday for this thing. She's going down to Florida to her new owner, who's hopefully going to be able to drive it and enjoy it more than I have. It's a bummer, man. I talked about this in the last video, so I'm not gonna harp on it for too long, but I've got all these cars. I don't drive any of them, really. I think between these three vehicles, I put less than 500 miles on them this year, which, if that one's appreciating, this one is appreciating or staying pretty flat and level, that's fine. But this one costs the most to insure, is the most money just sitting right here, and is actively depreciating. And as it's about to go into winter storage, is probably just going to continue to depreciate all winter long and not get any use. So I've made the decision to, instead of having $130,000 just sitting here depreciating while I continue to build the channel, continue to work on other projects, continue to work on other cars that have more potential to make videos on, like modifying them, I'm gonna keep these ones. This car is absolutely the most insane car I've ever driven in a lot of respects, but there's not much more you can do to this. I mean, I could do wheels and, you know, maybe some other aesthetic stuff, but you can't tune these. There's really not too many more performance mods you can do. I've already done exhaust. We could do like a $2,500 intake for like 10 horsepower if we wanted to, but it's just way easier to make content on, you know, some older stuff or some stuff that I can continue to build. Or once the Marauder's done, you know, the next project on the channel, the next big project, full build stuff. If I'm gonna be devoting all of my time into that, do I really need 3 vehicles sitting here doing nothing when that money could be better put elsewhere? So I've made the decision that this is the right car to sell. Financially, it makes the most sense to sell it. It kills me to do it, but it just, you know, I gotta get over it. It's just, it doesn't make sense for this amount of money to sit here and just be literally losing money every single day. So anyways, I'm just gathering some of the stock parts that I'm gonna include for him. So we got the catalytic converters there, the original Riptide Blue front splitter, the Extreme Online Store box for the mud flaps that are on the car, got the hardware there. And of course, even though a lot of this stuff is addressed to me, this obviously belongs with the car. I'm not going to be that guy that keeps this after I sell the car. 20 years from now, however many owners this thing has from then, it'll be cool if the guy can open this up and be like, wow, Chris Sullivan back in 2023 bought this thing brand new. So all the original paperwork is going to go with the car. I think that's the way it should be. So I just got the text from the truck driver. I got to meet him down the street in a parking lot because the roads are too narrow in my little road here for him to get his enclosed transport down. So hopefully it's not snowing and the roads are fairly dry, and let's get the stock parts loaded in, get this thing fired up one last time and take it for one last cruise. Man, I cannot believe this. Timing, not great. I mean, the snow's not gonna hurt the car, and thankfully it's early enough in the year that they haven't put salt or treated the roads or anything like that. It's just water, but we got no choice but to drive this thing on the wet roads right now. So car's 100% perfect and immaculate, and I wanted to keep it that way for the new owner, but it's likely gonna show up with some water spots on it now, which is a bummer, but what are you gonna do? It is what it is, right? So it's all good, it's ceramic coated. He can give it a quick wash when he gets it. But last drive, my C8 Z06, a snowy one at that. 1,930 miles I put on this thing. Not enough, and it was basically 2 years to the date that I bought this thing. It was late November of 2023 when I picked it up from McMulkin. Now it's November 2025, so let's go load this thing up. Sad day. There she goes, out of my life. Somewhere up in here. Nice rig. These lift trailers are incredible. Oh, baby's napping, so the wife can't leave the house, so time to work off some Thanksgiving stuffing and mashed potatoes and gravy. Take the Foothill Express home. Oh, too far. Man, I really thought that would look cool. Well, we are short a car in the shop / garage tonight. The C8 Z06 is gone. It's on its way to Southern Florida. Hopefully to be enjoyed more than I am able to at the moment. If you guys have been on the channel, you know a lot of times I like to do like a cost breakdown. I'm not really gonna do that for this one for a couple reasons. One, didn't really do a whole lot to that car. We did some very simple mods, but a lot of that honestly was sponsorship stuff. So I didn't really have a ton of money invested in that thing, but I kind of wanted to bring you guys up to speed on where the market is, what I got for it, things like that. So that car was a 2024. I was locked in at 2023 pricing. So I paid, I think, $142,000 for that car in November of 2023. If you were to build the exact same car in a 2025 or 2026 now with the price increases, I priced it out on the website. It's like $148,000 or something like that. I sold the car with 1,900 miles on it for $124,000. I think that's good money for the car. I think it's a good deal for me. I think it's a good deal for the buyer. There's a bunch of C8 Z06s right now that are at or right around 100,000, but they're all like 1LZ cars with like no options and higher miles. So mine was basically a fully loaded car with every option except the Z07 package, which was on constraint at the time that I ordered it, with super low miles. In my opinion, what was an awesome spec. So I think that brought the price up a little bit higher than a lot of the average C8 Z06s that you're seeing in the market right now. But I think that as they continue to pump them out and there's an interior refresh in 2026, I think they're going to continue to decline a little bit in price, which was another reason for me kind of wanting to get it gone down the road before winter, before it loses more value, and before it probably sits more next spring. Anyways, so it cost me $18,000 to own it for 2 years and to put about 2,000 miles on it, which not great, but also could have been worse. I mean, there's cars out there that have certainly depreciated a lot faster. Once in a lifetime opportunity to own the best that GM has ever put out as far as a performance car. And I had a blast. So would I have done it if I had known I was going to start a YouTube channel and that was going to take up a lot of my time back in 2020? Probably would have just sold it once my 6-month flip period was up, but kind of had bonded with the car at that point. But anyways, that's the financials of it. Not great. Not great to lose money on cars. I usually like to make money on them around here, but again, I guess that's the price you pay for owning, GM's supercar for 2 years. Could have been worse. So C8 Z06 is gone. We can cross that off the whiteboard, sadly. I'm sure there will be another one in the future or something like it or even better, but something that we can work on, create content with, bring you guys the best of the best stuff, and that is hopefully not just gonna sit and depreciate. We like stuff to hold their value or appreciate around here. Anyways, the Marauder I think is getting painted today, which is awesome. So I'm hoping to pick it up in the next day or two. We'll see how this all shakes out, if it makes it into this video or not. But I do have some parts here for it, so let's do some work on the Marauder. Like I said, this video is gonna be a little bit of a mixed bag, but that's how it goes around here sometimes. So we got obviously some tires there. I picked up some headlights. If you guys remember when I did the restoration on the Marauder headlights, I was able to get them like 90%, but I just wanted to have these just so I have all of the parts that I need to finish this car once I get it back from paint. But over here is what we're gonna be working on. Check these babies out. If you guys were around for the engine build for this car, I picked up a set of these powered by SVT coil covers. I had originally planned to paint them matte black and then sand off these ridges exactly like I did for the 03 Cobra that we built on the channel. But I ended up putting them on the car and they looked so clean with no paint that I just decided to leave them. But I stumbled across these on eBay, original like 09 GT500 coil covers, 80 bucks shipped. So I scooped them up and figured I would paint them the way that I was originally going to. And if I like it, great, we can keep them on the car. If not, we'll keep the original ones that are on there and we'll sell these and hopefully make a buck or two. So yeah, that's next on the list. Let's do some Marauder paint stuff. Well, guess these aren't quite dry yet. So next day, I sprayed in these coil covers last night or yesterday afternoon. They came out really, really nice, but I was trying to bury a couple of little defects. So I ended up laying it on pretty thick. I put them by the wood stove overnight and was hoping that they would be dry today, and they are. I mean, they're dry to the touch, but if you guys have ever done any sort of sanding on paint before, this is what it looks like when the paint is still a little bit tacky. It just immediately clogs up the sandpaper. If I wanted to sit here and go through, 20 pieces of sandpaper, it would probably be okay, but you're better off just waiting for it to completely dry and cure, and this 80 grit will take this right off. But here's the idea, is we're gonna sand off the raised ridges here, and then we'll, kind of polish this up. We'll move up in grit, and all this will be basically raw aluminum. And then I think the SVT, I was thinking about painting red. I did this in Sonic Blue on the coil covers on the Cobra, and they came out pretty good, but there was a couple bubbles in the paint that I did with a brush there, and a couple of you guys, I think, commented, said, hit it with a heat gun. That can sometimes help to bring those bubbles out, when it's still wet. So if you guys have done something like that before, and you got any more tips, let me know. So we'll let those dry a little bit more. Meantime, the front tires showed up, so we got more parts showing up for the Marauder. And I just got word from the painter that the Marauder has been sprayed in. It is curing up now. I think he's gonna give it a quick wet sand and buff tomorrow, just to make sure that it's perfect. That was a big job for them. They had to basically take the trunk and the roof down to bare metal to get rid of the pitting in that paint. But I'll talk about that a little bit more in the next video. Like I said, this video was a little bit of a mixed bag. We have an empty garage bay. We got rid of my 2024 C8 Z06, which is pretty sad, but I think it was the right move for the channel. E63 content is coming, making progress on this thing. I think I'm gonna go get the Marauder from the paint guys probably Tuesday, which is 2 days from now. So we got a lot of good content coming. And then we'll probably need to find another project for the channel. Let me know what you guys want to see. Is it a Mopar? Should we mess with a Hellcat or something? Should we go crazy and go on Copart and find an exotic that needs a little bit of repair work and do something like that? I don't know. Well, how do we take this channel to the next level? BMW maybe? Supra? Gen 4 Supra? What do you guys want to see? Let me know. If you got a good project that you think is going to fit well in the channel, shoot me an email, chris@sullivan-co.com. Don't send me your C3 Corvette that needs a full restoration and that has been sitting in a field for 20 years. That's not really what I do on this channel. But if you got something that you think is going to be a good fit, shoot me an email. Tonight is the last day. Today is the last day of the Black Friday sale. So if you guys are looking to get some apparel from Sullivan & Company, hoodie, t-shirt, long sleeve, tank top, if it's still hot where you are, go ahead and grab one. You guys are gonna save 20% using the code BLACKFRY, so BLKFRI. Thank you guys as always for watching. I will catch you in the next one.